Hello, welcome to the Brighton studio. The first person in the Brighton studio, Ben Mantle. How are we? You may know Ben Mantle from his latest beautiful picture book with Lucy Rowland, which is Little Red Reading Hood, not Riding Hood, Reading Hood, reading not riding. And follow the track all the way back with Tim Natman.
The lovely Tim.
You've written your own books.
I have four now.
Name two of them.
Oh God, the best birthday present ever.
Yes.
And the best Christmas present ever.
Once you remember the first one, it's quite easy to remember.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Excellent. So, can you show us or tell us a little bit first about Little Red Reading Hood? Your illustrating process, how it worked, what it was like working with Lucy.
I can, yes. Well, Lucy is obviously lovely. I have to say that because you're recording.
I've never met Lucy.
I'm joking, Lucy.
She looks lovely.
She's lovely. I mean, obviously you get the text through, don't you? You know what this is like. So, and it was funny, like really sort of funny and silly and rhyming. I'm guessing you've read it, otherwise.
Yes, I was Little Red reading Lenton this week. No, I pre-ordered it.
Did you?
I pre-ordered it. I didn't ask the publisher, even though I worked with them, to send me a copy. I pre-ordered it. And that, I have to say, the first spread is my favourite spread. It's really, really beautiful.
That was the first piece I did for the book.
It's your lighting. Now, I've known you for quite a while, Ben. Your lighting is just, it's going from strength to strength.
Thanks,
new
Stephen.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah, I think it's something I've been consciously working on. Because you sort of, and it's probably the thing I enjoy
and
most.
Your characters are brilliant.
And you can't go wrong with a big bad wolf, can you? Really?
No.
Sort of,
but it's tricky because did you find there's so many Little Red Riding Hood books? There's so many wolves, there's so many pigs, there's so many fairy tales, fractured fairy tales as they call them. Were you daunted at all, or did you just go for it and enjoy it?
There's something I quite like. To be honest, I'm not that well versed with a lot of fairy tales, which maybe I shouldn't admit to that. Like I think that might be a good thing. I don't really ever remember reading them as children. They weren't necessarily my go-to
school. Did you do them at school?
I guess so. I guess we must have done, but I don't. I think so. There's something is quite nice about already knowing the shell of a story, because that's sort of the fun, isn't it? You've got pre-existing characters that you can then have fun with, and that's sort of the.
I think that's the only thing, isn't it? I think some people are wary because the children all have to know the characters. You have to know the story of Red Riding Hood.
So you can't go too far.
You can't go straight in, or else the children will be like, "What?"
Yes, exactly. But then I guess you probably could, in a way, you could really
another introduction and go, and then they could go back and say, I see, like they do with all the new Disney films, like Maleficent and things like that. You think you know the story,
well, exactly. Telling it from a different viewpoint, right?
So, have you got any scribbles or drawings or anything that you can show us from Little Red Reading Hood?
I do. It's almost like you knew I did. Hang on a second. So, anyway, this is. I'll sort of explain.
I just started whistling the Bergerac theme tune for no reason.
Let me explain the process so you can see. Amazing. I pretty much work all digitally now. I don't know if that's the case for you. Are you sort of?
I try not to, but I'm going with it because of deadlines. I don't know how people that do an entire painting and then the editor or the designer says, "Oh, can you just change that entire spread or those colours or that character?"
It makes sense.
Or you want to make sure it takes too long. So show us.
But this is what I tend to start with anyway. So here you go. You can see the rough digital.
So that's all digital.
So this is all drawn on my computer, digital, and this is what I'll start with.
Yeah, it's lovely. You've got a really nice. It's Photoshop, and you've got a really nice. Have you made your own brush or?
I've got
charcoal
probably a lot of the brushes a lot of people are using, which is Carl T. Webster brushes. Do you know Carl?
No.
If you don't, check out his brushes. They're very
Carl
good.
T. Webster.
Carl T. Webster. That's his name, and he does.
This isn't digital.
This is no. So basically, but I draw purposely.
Look at that! It looks like the start of a film.
But sort of
hopeless at this. It's like being a weatherman.
It's really hard, isn't it, to work backwards?
England and Scotland.
What's the weather looking today?
This is nice. So what's this? This is special cartridge paper.
So this is fabric. No, this is Archer's like watercolor paper.
Okay.
And then
watercolor paper.
Oh, wow.
Archer, so. Yeah. Look, so good. So dry. Is this dry brush or a pen? What is it?
This is a pen. So this is a brush pen, but I like the fact that if you've got a really lovely textured paper, it pulls out all the brush texture.
Yeah.
So
Just
I'm not
lovely.
even sure.
So then, but you've used a lot of this work in the final product, haven't you? So you scanned a lot of this in as well.
The roughs are digital, and then that's why I've got that, because I print this out here.
Lovely.
And then I've converted.
That's your guide.
I converted a big drawing board to a light box. So the top of the drawing board's been moved for acrylic, and I've got a lamp that shines underneath, so I can scan quite big. I can sort of trace sort of big things. So then I brush pen on this really nice sort of textured paper, and it gives you this lovely sort of textured sort of line work.
Works very,
so you can actually see. So for instance, here, if I show you sort of those there, and then the pen work that goes
shows the finished product
onto this here. So then they're all scanned in.
Really nice end papers. I was talking to studio mate Tor Freeman the other day about end papers.
Oh, I'm big on end papers. Yeah.
Oh no, I feel like I'm blaming her. She did the same end papers at front and back. But that's good, that's fine. But I do,
Wow.
I do, and I love Tor. She's one of my favourite people in the world.
Well, you have to say that now.
Look at this though, but you've done this, you've got Red Riding Hood at the front, Red Reading Hood at the front. And then you've got the wolf at the back.
Yeah,
just extra scenes and things.
Well, it's sort of as well, because you're sort of often restricted to 32 pages or whatever. And it's
nice to add things at the end.
Exactly, and you can sort of set a scene. I think as more people do it, because I think that perhaps before they were more decorative, I think more people are using that space now.
Yeah.
To start a story or to set a scene, and I really like that when
just
the end
more
paper,
information in.
Exactly, just sort of, and it frames the story as well. So you sort of get a nice bit of setup, and then you can almost sort of just allude to something after, and that's what that does. Is sort of
it's brilliant. I think it's really good, and it's doing so well. It's in all the charts. It's it's being chosen in schools and everything. It's doing so well.
I think schools are loving it, especially because I guess they do that sort of fractured fairy tale.
What's your top tip for a really, really good cover design? Because this is I think this is one of the best covers I've seen in a long time. And cover design's my favourite. I love doing the covers.
It's tricky, isn't it?
This is a particularly good one.
Well, thank you very much. Firstly, that's very nice of you, Stephen.
Isn't it though? You know it is.
It's hard, isn't it? Because I guess
sometimes it just works.
It does, and sometimes the subject matter just sits really nicely. So, the thing is as well, I guess that sort of it's easy to forget is they're a team thing. So sort of I actually did an earlier cover which was set in daylight. And it was similar to this. It was trees, actually a bit similar to the back, but more that sort of composition.
That's more striking, isn't it?
And it was actually
the glow of the imagination.
I think it was Macmillan that said actually, because I was worried that it'd be too dark. You know, you sort of you go in with preconceived ideas of what the publisher might like, and I was thinking, this is going to be too dark for them. And actually, they were like, no, go dark. So, and which is great because it meant that the title can sort of sit really nicely. And
I think it's fab.
It's hard, isn't it? It depends book by book. Different. It's sort of
Tell us. So that's Little Red Reading Hood. So that's out in the shops now.
Yes.
What's coming up? What have you got coming up?
What
are you allowed to show us?
Yeah, okay.
Have you got any exclusives that we can share
I've actually got,
this weekend?
I've got 2 exclusives for you.
2 sklivs.
So let me. Okay. So I'm working on a book for Walker. Well, actually, this sort of which is just coming up.
Luke Skywalker.
Yes, you know him.
Oh, yeah, I do. Good chap.
And this is Kiss. It's going to be called Kiss the Crocodile.
Look at that monkey.
This I just printed it out. So
what's it called? Sorry,
it's called Kiss the Crocodile.
Kiss, not Chris the Crocodile.
No, not Chris.
It's quite tricky to say. Chris the Crocodile.
Kiss
the Crocodile.
Kiss. Do that with your lips.
Kiss the Crocodile. Kiss the Crocodile. And you're going to Bologna. Are you taking? Taking that to Bologna?
Yes, it is. Yeah. So it's actually it's not even finished yet. So that's quite an early. That's why I'm only showing a little picture because there's not much I can really show.
What else? So that's
and then I can show a bit more of this because this is done.
Oh, it's another beautiful cover.
So this is Tom's Magnificent Machines.
Are they in
written
Baths?
by Linda Sarah. They're in Baths.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I used to live in Baths. Sorry, hold it up. Distract.
The joke.
Very nice. And what are you allowed to tell? Tom's Magnificent Machines?
Yes, so written by Linda Sarah, who also wrote on Southern Hill. And she's got a book also coming out with Fiona Lumbers, I think, this summer.
Oh, I love Fiona's work.
Yes. Yeah, she does great work, doesn't she? And there's a back cover, so you can sort of...
so you can't show us anything from the inside?
I can show you...
Oh, you can?
I think I can show you a few.
Emma's going to be wetting herself when she sees this.
This is what I need to pick. So let's sort of set a scene. So you can sort of this doesn't give away too much.
Oh, it's very nice.
So it's very much an autumn. It actually comes out in the autumn. So it's very, very sort of autumnal feel about a boy and his dad who live in this lovely house.
It looks like, now I haven't read it obviously and I'm not going to, I'm not allowed, but it looks like it might be quite emotional.
That is exactly, well,
you can tell by the palette, by the character designs and the the layouts and everything, it just looks like it's going to make you cry.
How much I'm allowed to say, but this is sort of...
Let's just show them.
A slightly more sort of...
He's not dead, is he?
No.
Oh no, he's not dead, it's fine.
No,
don't tell us.
No, there's no...
Does he live on an island?
There's no deaths. There's no deaths. So it's not like Watership Down or anything. It's not too bad. And it's got a very happy ending. It is...
Oh, good.
It is a roller coaster of a story.
Ben, you've done it. I don't know how we can top that.
But it's a lovely story, and I hope, sort of, you just put these things out there, and don't you?
So you're very busy, but also I think you might be doing more writing in the future as well.
Yes, I am. Yeah. Yes, I'm sort of started to write a fiction book.
Yes.
Sort of.
Yes.
That's hard, isn't it?
Yes, I hear you.
It's hard enough
having a go at that.
Even picture books are hard, but who knew that timesing the word count by sort of, 1,000 would make it that much harder.
It's a different kettle of fish, literally.
Mm.
And so you're going to Bologna, and if anyone wants to find out anything else about Ben, your website is benmantle.co.uk.
Yes, that's correct.
Do you know your Twitter handle?
Yes, at Ben M Mantle.
At Ben M Mantle.
But you don't have to do the noise I did before it.
I'll put it underneath. And also Instagram. You're on Instagram.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am on Instagram. And also, where do you get your amazing hats from? Because we said on Twitter that we were going to talk about hats, and you brought a new hat today.
This arrived today. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm still getting.
I'm glad you ran past that boulder and didn't get crushed.
Did you know there's a make of hats called the Indiana Jones Hat Company?
No, I didn't.
I only knew that. I only found that out.
I'll make sure I avoid that website.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say I look terrible in hats.
Do you?
Yes.
How big a head do you have?
Very big head.
Oh, is it? I was going to say, do you want to try this on?
It's all hair, but big head. No, I don't want to try it on. I look stupid. Thank you so much, Ben, for showing us your sketchbooks and your hats and
just one hat.
And so many exclusives. So when are they coming out? When are those books coming out?
So Tom's Magnificent Machines is this autumn. I want to say fall because it sort of feels very American.
Yeah.
And then Kiss the Croc. That's a good question. I don't know.
Is it this year?
It's going to Bologna, so I assume it's next year.
Probably the same week as
I don't actually know. I don't know. That's sort of one of those things I should know.
Okay, well look out on Ben's website, benmantle.co.uk, and go out and get Little Red Reading Hood. It's a lovely book. Congratulations, Ben. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Do I have to go?
Yes,
I'm back.
Take your silly hat with you.
I like it.